Hello there, I'm here to show off my new guitar I've just made because I'm going to Festival Land and I wanted a guitar to take with me because I'm obsessed. And hopefully it'll inspire people to go make a guitar. Basically what we've got here is a cheap ass piece of rubbish neck. It's actually the neck of my very first guitar. I wouldn't bother making one. You can buy a rubbish guitar for a couple of quid. First thing I've done, cut the headstock down. So it was originally a standard Strat sort of shaped headstock. I've literally hacked the end off it here, the big round section, cut away down this slice, and taken the two tuners that were on single side to make it 4 and 2, put them on this side. Same ones, so they wind the opposite way, who cares, it's cheap and dirty. The nut was a bit knackered, too close to string, worn down, that's common, just chip it off, bit of paper underneath it to raise up just half a mil, glue it back on again. Good enough again, we're not massively fussed. It's better than bothering changing to change all the frets. So look on the back, see there, and you can see the bare wood because I haven't even bothered finishing it because I'm in a hurry to go on and enjoy myself. So only a 21 fret neck, I think. I'd say absolute piece of rubbish. The wood, plank of pine I found in the garden. It was about, I don't know, 7 inches across, I reckon, 6-7 inches across originally. And nothing more than a bit of raw pine, quite thick actually, a bit too thick for my taste. Maybe 1.75 inches, I reckon, possibly something like that. Now, all it really matters when you're building your guitar is just make the body as small as possible, but I have to have a cool shape. I love my Ironbirds and my Xiphos Ibanezes, so it's a cool shape. Now, a few thoughts and things if you're trying to build your first guitar. Most important thing you're thinking is, where the heck do I put the bridge? How far away is the bridge going to be? Dead easy, dead easy. Same distance from the nut to the 12th fret at this point, just after it if you like, as if you press the 12th fret, double it. It's exactly so from the nut to there is exactly the same as from there to the bridge. Now obviously the bridge is actually staggered, so which bit of the bridge are we talking about? Typically it's going to be the most furthest forward string. It's going to come roughly like that. So leave yourself a little bit of play back and forward. Push your highest, thinnest string, whatever you want to call it, your top E, away, out as far as you can for intonation, and leave maybe a millimetre more so it's got to play there, and that's your guideline. Then you know it's far enough back. Because this one, your low string, your low E, is going to have to be pulled right back to get your intonation correct. Because you've got a little bit of, I don't totally understand the physics of it, but I know how it works to make ears. And like I say, there must be some kind of dead zone. The thicker the strings get, there's a little bit of dead string that doesn't vibrate, so you must start vibrating a bit further up. That's my thoughts, I might be completely wrong, who cares. Point is, it's that double thing. To the 12th fret, double it up, and actually high E point, and everything else is a little bit further back. So, it gives you an idea to set it up. So, dead easy. We've got a boring Strat bridge. This is again what was on my first guitar. It wasn't actually the original on the guitar, but who cares? No screws, nothing. And it goes through the body. It's a super simple one, there's no thing. On the back I've literally drilled 6 holes for the strings to go through straight into the wood, and I have the luxury of having a router, so you can see my dirty routing there. Just slam my big 1/2 inch router bit and I'm going across it just so that they're recessed. Again, you could do it anyway, you could chisel it out, you could not bother. Okay, so we've got the basic idea. You're going to make it as small as you possibly can. To make it travelable, like I say, chopping the head down, loses a few inches and it looks cool. Making the body just to here is about the distance you want. After that, most of the other things are pretty straightforward stuff. How you want to put your pickup in, that's entirely up to you. What sort of pickups you want to use. If you need multiple pickups, consider different things. In my case, I say I was all about small. I didn't want to have controls below and above. Because I was trying to, originally I was going to have it like almost the width of the neck for a Steinberger, but I kind of went a different shape and mould it through and got some thoughts where you're going to put your controls. You don't have to stick to standard ideas here. Now, in my case I put guitar jack down there. You can see it's an old it's a jack I found kicking around actually to play. I assume it's like some Gibson Les Paul copy or something. It looks like a Les Paul copy, I don't know. You can find a bit of plastic. Didn't have a bit of plastic for my tone controls. I just found a bit of old aluminium and cut it up and drilled through it. Aluminium dead easy to drill and file, where steel's a bit of a nightmare. You'll cut your fingers. Again, if you're drilling anything like metal, make sure to clamp it down to the workbench, because I have spun it and I've nearly hacked my fingers off when the drill spins. Do not hold it. Seriously, clamp it. It's worth the effort. And more bits of aluminium. I didn't have a pickup surround. Just cut a couple of pieces of aluminium into shape and drilled 3 holes through them. Dead easy, none of them did it. Questions you might ask, how thick is this bit going to be? It's up to you. Have a look at your existing guitar. Mine's about that thick. You can figure out. It's not actually. It could be thinner, I reckon. I think a piece of wood's going to be more than strong enough to handle the tension of strings, even if it's pretty lousy. It's not really a huge issue there. In terms of the internals, I'm not going to go into how you wire it. It's really straightforward wiring. Pop on the Gibson site or Fender site, whoever's site, Ibanez, doesn't really matter, and steal them then. I didn't actually have the right value pots, but I don't care, so I've stuck them in some 1 meg linears, so they don't really work right. But they sound right. I'll replace them at some point. Again, little thing, strap blocks, where you're going to put your strap buttons, which it makes more sense then perhaps. I've just decided mine are on the back here and here. And the reason I put them on the back is I didn't want to put them in anywhere in my curves, because the curves are very, very clever. I think what I thought through is how I play guitar and how different people now. Some people will perch it on different knees, so you can stick it on your right knee over here for it to specify, you can put it on your left knee. But equally, we've got this lovely curve here, you can butt that up against another knee, and if you're a lefty, it doesn't interfere with it. Sure, your tram controls with the bottom jacks at the top is strange, but who cares, it works. Kind of cool. So it means I can pick the guitar up regardless to a certain degree. Let me perch my knee up, and you see what I mean? I can perch it, there we go, on there, like no problem, or I can stick it against there. That's the idea for the curves. I think that's kind of cool. And again, other aspects, lots of access. The lovely thing about a straight guitar, not worried about cutaway thing, just hacked it away, left the top in for appearance and possibly strength, who knows. Other issues, trying to get that flat in there so your neck's at the right angle, it's not bent too far back or forward, a bit of filing and messing around. Any other thoughts? No, not really. I said it's just simple. It's a plank of wood. Get a cheap neck, bolt it to it, job done, instant guitar, epic. Yeah, go make your own. Tools, drill. Own a drill. Drill's the most important thing. You also have a drill and a good set of drill bits. It's worth it. You get on eBay for 10 quid, you get really nice Bosch drill bits or something, and they'll slice through the wood like a razor. Saw. Go get yourself a brand new handsaw. Handsaws are brilliant. To be honest, there are plenty of times your jigsaw's great, bounce around all over the place. But your handsaw's your basic tool cutter, and you can do a lot with it. If you've got those two things, your drill and your handsaw, you can pretty much do everything, which is time consuming. Other things you might want, the jigsaw, obviously, so you can putter around and cut little curves like this. Bear in mind, it's not as easy as it looks. The jigsaw blade will bend and you'll end up with a weird wonky shape, and it'll drive it along, you have to stand and file it down. My favourite tool of all, though, one I've never regretted buying, if you're going to make stuff, buy one, a router. A fantastic router, and you could just pick up cavity, no problem, stick the right bit in, plunge it into the wood, go, makes a mess, sawdust goes everywhere, you've got a brilliant cavity. Same for a lot of the things like I showed on the back, very, very good example of it. You see the burn marks because I was too fast with it and just burning through the wood. But equally there are other times when it's not as well cracked up to be. Big wood round drill bit's fine for that, drill it in, that's what I've done, 22mm bit, drilled straight in as deep as I can. And again I just drilled it in twice there, and then used the regular old chisel and hammer to chisel it out square, so it's a square cavity. Linking it all together as well, one of the things I've actually, you just reminded me, I haven't earthed this, it's going to suck at home, I'll sort that out. I did this on someone else's guitar, I need to unearth it, yes, not a problem, although it means taking the strings off. Anyway, yeah, drill holes through there and there to link into your pickup cavity or wherever, and then you can run the wires. In my case, the pickup wire goes from here, it's usually at the bottom if you've got the right way around, up into the tone controls and volume control, and then there's a wire that comes back through the cavity into the jack. Yeah, it's simple. In this case, I'm going to have to take it apart in 5 minutes' time, and I have an earth wire from here. I've even earthed the metal plate. I didn't think earth the strings. Earth the strings, or it will hum. That'd be annoying. You take an earth wire from your common metal point, wherever your earths all join, same point, preferably star earthing, through there, and I'll have to drill a stupid hole at an angle under here and a bit of bare wire under the bridge, so there'll be an earth wire connecting. It's not a safety thing, you're actually safer without an earth, believe it or not, because that's one of the ways you die, is usually there's a high voltage and you touch earth and conduct it. It's a hum thing. If it's not earthed, those strings will be picking up magnetics, capacitance, whole bunch of technical jargon, it will go. So yeah, we need earthing. But hey, there we go, and might be wondering what it sounds like, but it sucks and sounds like some piece of rubbish. Make your own mind, that's my little Sansan practice combo, but There you go. That's what it sounds like.